She found the driver's hands, neck covered in fingerprints, thinking he was a flirt, but it turned into a drama. When she asked if there was anyone else at the scene besides the victim, the man hesitated, like he'd been asked to solve a math problem. She said there should be 2 at the scene, repeating the mysterious number 329 like a spell. Damei was a bit puzzled, and just as she was about to ask what the number meant, the man stood up and left, leaving her to figure it out on her own. She hurried after him, but in the blink of an eye, he vanished. Talk about a magic trick. With no choice left, she hopped on the subway. Soon, the water incident topped the trending charts, and seeing all the buzz, Damei smiled proudly, as if she were a social media star. In a flash, Damei returned to the newsroom where her colleagues rushed in with a cake, celebrating her victory. But just as Damei was about to blow out her candles, the office lights flickered on, and the female boss stormed in as if to interrogate her. "Are you sure you discussed this with her?" She shot Damei a look that could make any suspect sweat. At that time, a passenger had already killed themselves. Damei's heart was nearly doing somersaults. "Who exactly were you discussing this with at 9 p.m. last night?" The boss interrogation turned up the heat, and Damei almost wanted to throw herself on her for mercy. Accompanied by officers, Damei checked the subway cameras only to find herself sitting alone on a bench, as if she had just got. She started talking to herself while looking at the camera, dumbfounded, as if having a conversation with a ghost. After watching the driver's hang video, she realized she might actually be haunted. Back at the newsroom, questioned by her boss, Damei didn't know how to explain but still refused, like a headless chicken. Next, she went to the morgue to snap a pic of the corpse, but found the man's face covered in paper marks, like he'd just been pranked. "What's up with these fingerprints? I can't take pictures of this." Damei thought to herself, this is pushing it. In Europe, this has been happening for 30 years, and almost every corpse has these fingerprints spoofed. Meanwhile, reporters were live streaming this bizarre event to the world. Don't treat it like news, it's straight out of a horror film. Just as Damei was looking up the previous victim's information, Sayo Shuai accidentally found the same fingerprints on the arm of the convict, as if they were all part of a group, and it seemed there was a pair of ghost hands behind her, but in an instant, they vanished. Talk about teleportation. Hearing that the fingerprint incident was trending, everyone started showing off their fingerprints, turning it into a network feast. Even the actress Soon Damei had the same marks, as if everyone was in on the fingerprint competition. Before you know it, Sayo Shuai found strange fingerprints on his colleague. "Oh, why? What a fashion trend." Sayo Shuai curiously asked her where the marks came from, and Oh Wai replied she had no clue, as if they were trendy alien fingerprints. Meanwhile, the actress arrived at the subway station, just finished touching up her makeup, when the light above the mirror started flickering, and suddenly a little boy appeared. She screamed in terror, unable to look directly, and then a severe pain struck her, as though her flesh was being gouged by fingernails. It was truly akin to a live-action reality show. The actress quickly tossed her hair and looked up to see Wai patrolling. What a funny case of time displacement. Upon hearing screams from the ladies' room, Wai immediately reported back home. After getting approval, she dashed to the restroom. Spotting a bag at the sink, Wai yelled toward the stall, but waiting for a response felt like a blind man trying to figure out an elephant. After waiting for a while with no reply, Wai decided to knock, thinking to herself, is there a ghost? She curiously tried to peek through the door, only to be startled by a pair of ghost hands. What a surprise! And just like that, both Wai and the actress fell in the restroom. Coincidentally, Sayo Shuai was stopped by a strange little girl on his way home. The little girl wore a number around her neck, and under her gaze, Sayo Shuai read it out loud. Before he knew it, he had fingerprints too. Damei, eager to uncover the cause of these deaths, sought out the victim's sister, hoping for some juicy info. She wanted to ask why her brother went to the water station, but the sister said it was because he dreamed of a well, making Damei almost burst out laughing. Upon returning to the newsroom, Damei immediately started searching for information related to the water station, and to her surprise, she discovered a photo of the well, feeling as if she were on an exciting quest for buried treasure. However, the woman didn't remember much about the orphanage, while Sayo Shuai had nightmares daily, like sleepwalking. Sayo Shuai kept dreaming of a group of little ghosts pinning him down on his bed, even dragging him into a dry well. It was a horror show. Just when he felt hopeless, the dead Wai suddenly choked him, a terrifying surprise that was too much to handle. The scene shifted, and Damei received another call from the woman, excitedly claiming she had found crucial information. The suspense was tied. At the man's house, she found her brother's phone, and he said he was looking for that drive. Well, looks like something was off. She and Zio Shua quickly followed his perspective, discovering some skeletal remains against a wall. What a ghostly adventure. Damei and Zio Shua recognized them as human bones immediately. Talk about a quirky archaeology trip. To unravel the mystery of the well, the two snuck to the water station, feeling like they were breaking into a haunted house, thrilling and tense. In the pitch black, Zio Shua sensed something lurking in the depths, a truly chilling extreme experience. He took out his phone, and the camera began to autofocus, making Zio Shua scream in shock. He was definitely the Scream King. The very next second, he was scared stiff when Damei's voice suddenly came up from behind him. "Are you okay?" When she appeared, Zio Shua almost jumped. What a responsible for both startling and delighting person she is. Damei bent down trying to comfort Zio Shua, but seeing him look weak, she simply decided to help him up. They cautiously opened the iron door and walked in, where child-sized bones were scattered around the walls, a truly eerie and thrilling sight. Subscription prompt: if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe.